You know when you watch a trailer, right, and you're like, I think this is going to be the same thing that's in the trailer. It's not going to surprise me whatsoever. After watching Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Yeah, the trailer showed basically everything. Chase Liaki here at the Blue Futon, reviewing Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This is the third movie in the franchise with 3 different directors. The first one was Louis Loter, the guy that did like The Incredible Hulk and I think he did the last Fast movie, Fast 9, right? Yes. The second one was John M. Chu, who just did the Wicked franchise and all the other ones like Crazy Rich Asians. And now we're Ruben Fleischer, who did Zombieland 1 and 2, who did 30 Minutes or Less, and he also did Uncharted. So he's done a lot of movies, Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, and so that's kind of a good mix to have these people into it. So we now have a new crew of younger magicians that look up to the Horsemen, but the Horsemen need the younger magicians to go to the Vandenberg and steal the Heart Diamond, because with that diamond, they're funding terrorists and drug cartels and things like that around the world. And after watching this film, this was the most fluffy, stake-free movie I've seen probably all year. That's supposed to be a PG-13 action movie, right? Not a fan of this one, right? I understand that this could be a guilty pleasure for someone, but for me, there was no stakes. There was literally no stakes. Everything was so perfect for the younger magicians. Everything was so perfect for the older magicians. Yeah, they were in a little bit of bind in the French jail, but the French cops were freaking idiots, and the girl basically ran through them like freaking an OnlyFans page, right? It was like, what are we trying to do with this? It is just like, I need some kind of stakes. If you're making a PG-13 heist movie, and we are trying to have this character who, Rosamund Pike is playing this like French South African, lady that mines up diamonds. I just expected more, right, of her presence, right? Yeah, she has a good presence. It's better than Sharon Stone and Nobody too. I'll give it that. But I'm just like, what's she doing in the background? Like, you don't really get it. What you get is a very toned down Lucy Liu Kill Bill Volume 1 scene in a room, and you're like, I understand what you're doing there. It does feel like a Kill Bill Volume 1 Lucy Liu, but without the Quentin Tarantino-esque of this film. And my goodness, this is just so cookie cutter. This is so vanilla. This is just so steak-free and so perfect for everyone's like, the younger guys like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And it was just more of like, it was just too easy. This movie was just too fucking easy. Yeah, you could say Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isaac Fisher, Lily Collins, Dominic Sessa, Justice, I forgot his last name, and others in this movie do a fine job, sure. They're having fun. Morgan Freeman's barely in this film, sure. Then you have some cameos. Like, I do think this is better than the second one. The second one really frustrated me with the Mark Ruffalo twist. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking idiotic. Here, there's no idiotic twists like that, but it's just so plateau. I was never like, oh my god, who's in danger? Who's about to die? I never felt that in this movie, and I think that is what the struggle is. If you're making a heist movie about a warlord, if you want to put it that way, sure, that's horrible with diamonds, is doing horrible shit around the world, show me the horrible shit she's been doing around the world. You just telling me she does horrible shit and having a good actor portray it, I'm like, fine, whatever. Also, come on. Do I expect that little ring to do that to that big-ass glass? What the fuck are we doing? I think that's why, like, when I see shit like that, and I'm just like, whatever. And even the magic tricks in this movie, there's only one decent, like, scene. Well, in the house where it's, like illusions and things like that. Yeah, sure, it's fun. Of, like, when they're running after, or the cops are running after them. That is more fun than this one where they're trying to show how they can do magic tricks to each other, which you're just like, okay, whatever. I understand it. Again, everything in this movie is so fucking simple. There's no stakes. I'm like, I need something disgusting to hold on to be like, oh my god, Jesse Eisenberg might not make it alive. Oh my god, Woody Harrelson might not make it out alive. Oh my god, Isaiah Fisher might not make it out of alive. Am I saying these names right? I don't remember. Oh my god, Dominic Sessa, even though he's new, he might not make it out alive. But when the end credits went, and then when you figure out what the magic trick was, you're like, that was so bad. Also, when they steal the diamond for the first time, I busted out laughing where the diamond literally did like a pew out of a gun. I was just like, oh my god, really? I don't know. When we were doing the overarching heist with Rosamund Pike, I was rolling my eyes a lot. Like, do I expect you to know how to drive a Formula 1 car that simply? Hell no. When it was more of them getting chased by the cops and, like, you know, the mirrors, the upside down room, things like that. Sure, I was having a little bit more fun with that. But just the overarching movie itself, I was just like, this is too simple for its own good. I needed more stakes. I got nothing. I got fluff. Like, it was just, I was like, yeah, I probably need to rewatch the first and second one, guilty as charged. But going into this one, I was worried that it was just going to be very, phew. And you know what? I wasn't wrong. So Now You See Me, Now You Don't will receive a 2.5 out of 5 with Futons because at 50%. Let's see the critics and user scores gave this one. So have critics a 61% with 131. Audience score 81% with 1,000. Critic consensus. Getting the game back together, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, repeats a lot of the franchise's familiar tricks, although there's charm in seeing these characters pull the proverbial rabbit out of the hat. And you're probably thinking, Chase, you dogged it for a 50%. Sure, but again, I was never bored with this film. I wasn't bored. I'll give it that. It was a very breezy time, but my God, I needed more scrumptious things for me to really, like it more. 61, 81, 50. Chase Hiker, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, remember this Futontopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. It was a great day. I can watch this today, tomorrow, week from month, a year from now. I was going to go freaking one of you. Peace and love, and stay safe out there. And be careful of those magicians. They're just sneaky mofos.